The Sophisticatedly Ratchet Podcast is a roundtable formatted conversational podcast about any and everything.
6 Black queens and kings from New York City,
sharing our views on Black lifestyle, culture, relationships, religion, and current events.
Here at SR, we try to give our listeners the real in a world of fake.
Worldly professionals with class that also know how to switch it up.
Now let's talk our wild shit.
Yo,
What up?
what's good, everybody?
Peace and love. Peace and love.
Oh, this nigga not already eating waffles. Yo, what's good? Welcome back to another episode of Sophisticatedly Ratchet. This is the Sophisticatedly Ratchet tribe. I'm trying to fill in the blank air for my nigga who got some shit in his mouth.
I was trying to get my chews in before we started the episode.
No pause. He eat like a squirrel.
It's all good. I'm all about a nut anyway. All right, so, yo, do I sound loud?
No, you sound perfect, King.
I just want to make sure, because damn, we sound good. All right, but yo, we got a cool episode for y'all today. All right.
Of course.
I love these episodes because we get to share some of the most intimate details about ourselves. Okay. Sometimes some of us overshare, but that's a good thing.
Yeah,
all right,
I do.
In the House of Ratchet, this is just what we do. Okay. Now before we start the episode, I definitely want to introduce my wonderful set of hosts who help me with this production every week. Okay.
All right. Every Wednesday, every podcast.
Look, wait, where's my? Oh, sorry, Dan, that was the wrong one. I gotta get the buttons right.
Yeah, there you go.
All right,
good job.
I'm gonna get that right. All right, but let me introduce my cast. All right, so I gotta be verbose with my shit. All right,
Your forte.
That's my forte. Yo, y'all ever had a friend that just eat? Okay.
Eat what?
I mean, like all the time. Like they always eating watermelons, mangoes, yogurt, sometimes even chips. Why the fuck we recording, by the way? I know I'm eating waffles and shit, but I know other people that love to motherfucking eat. All right. And I thought to myself, I was sitting here like, you know what? After working all winter, you might be hungry too. All right.
Right.
You know, last time I checked, matter of fact, when my nigga Omarion said that there was an ice box, okay, where his heart used to be. All right? We know who put it there.
Boogie, do the chest thing for me.
We know who put it there.
I'm not doing that.
Representing.
Can't make my chest move like that.
Representing from the House of Geminis. Okay, the ringleader of the Ratchet. Y'all please give a shout out to my homie TJ. What's up?
Hey, what up, tribe? Hey, shout out to the West Coast. Okay, is this how you do West Coast?
No, please stop. That's not how you do it.
Sorry,
Thank you, bud.
West Coast.
West Side? It's West Side. West
Yeah,
Side.
throw that up, girl. Heck yeah.
And when the Tupac came on, I was like, he's from New York, but
not gang
I'm Millie Watt with it,
All right.
I'm having a blast.
Tupac, Millie Watt, that's a good combo.
I'm gonna be at Dre's. Like, it's popping. The Usher concert is lit. And there's a lot of Black people out in Vegas, and I'm meeting some real cool Black excellent people. I met a judge yesterday from LA. Just seeing like Black people doing their thing and still partying. It was like, this is where it's at. We get to really enjoy our lives, live the best lives that we have, and we all need to do Vegas one day, guys.
I'm with the shits.
It's lit.
I've never
I'm
been to
tired.
Vegas. It's on my list.
Yeah.
What?
Really?
Yeah, I've been there once.
We have to do a trip to Vegas.
That's wild. I don't even travel like that. I've been there twice. And I'm up the block now, too. When you think
you're not
about
far from me, Bugs. Anyway, shout out to the West Coast people and that follow the tribe, that are part of the tribe.
All right. TJ, you done? Because you talking too much.
Sorry.
All right, cool.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right, because we got more cast. Okay, we have more hosts. We have more people to introduce. All right. I know. I see. That's that West Side energy.
You hear that, Mo? You hear that shit, Mo? You hear that shit?
I heard that loud and clear. Trust.
All right.
What you
got? Love for the West Coast. Now we got love for the West Coast.
Yeah, ain't nobody got love for the West Coast, right?
All right. Well,
I'm complete.
My next host. Okay. Let me tell you about this nigga. All right. He's the acronym that brings safety to single women everywhere. Okay? Now, usually, I mean, an acronym is an abbreviation for a word. And let's just say there's an abbreviation we have on this show, and then it starts with an H and it ends with a D. Okay, so we know usually because of that. All right. Usually when we start talking about sex in an episode, I'm only gonna blame two people for that shit. It's either this nigga or it's the previous person who I just introduced. All right, it's one of them. One of them is always introing the conversation to sex. Yes, one of y'all. Okay. But if you want to find my homie though, you can catch him in a fet jamming on She Bumper. Okay, all right, because that's just what he do. All right, the man's name is Busta Wine. Like that's his his prefix. Okay, all right, representing from the house of Bacchanal. All right, everybody give it up for my homie Shady.
Yo, everybody do a pelvic thrust.
You getting good with these buttons, Flash. Good job. Good timing on that.
Yo, so it's your boy Shake. This your boy Shake. What it do, Mr. HSD, aka Mr. AFF. Leave that last F silent or
what's today's F? What's today's F?
Today's F will be friend. So America's favorite friend.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, right?
Aw, that's sweet.
All right, so let's get this episode started.
Yo, you know what's funny though? I told Shake daughter one time. I was saying like. She was like, yeah, Troy. And I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm your dad's only friend. She was like, I know. And I was like, I was like, she knows me so well.
I want to meet your kids, Shake. When are we going to meet them?
Anytime.
When you stop bouncing around the world, nigga, why don't you sit still? You can meet some people.
Me?
Judge this shit. Yeah.
Carmen San Diego ass, yo.
Word. Where in the world type nigga.
Anyway, all right. So you already know.
I'll be back.
We have a special part of this show where, you know, in our intros and shit, we don't miss. All right. I keep telling y'all. All right. But I want you to know about my next co-host. All right. She's got one of the most prettiest smiles. Okay. Most prettiest smiles when she smiles. All right. But guess
right
what?
Up a whole
Don't be fooled.
That's
all right.
It.
She will gut you like a fish, bitch.
She will.
Okay.
Blood
you know where she from? All right. Now let me tell you about my homie. Okay. She's a one-time anaconda wrestler. Okay. I know you asking what's that? You might have to check a previous episode. Maybe it's called Power Dynamics Uno Out. I don't know if you heard it, but child, you need to go listen. All right.
Good episode, yo.
All right, it's a good episode. All right. She's a two-time heel boxing champion. All right. I know you asking, what's that, Flash? What's that? Oh, well, you need to go check a previous episode. All right. And if you don't know what heel boxing is when you take your fist. All right, and you put it. See, Mo already know. You put your fist in a heel. All right, and you just go to town. Okay, you defending the earth. All right, shit is different. All right, 2 times though, and 3 times. All right, 3 times. She is the alumni member of the Don't Zone My Shit Zeta Kappas. Okay, all right. I don't even know if that's a sorority or not. But damn it, it's one today. All right, representing from the house of legs and hips and body. All right, so give it up for my homie Mo. What up?
Hey, Flash. I love my intro, by the way. It's your girl Mo. Of course, I represent all things Bronx, Boogie Down Bronx, Co-op City, Section 5. Don't ever zone my shit. Just don't do it.
I like your merch. I like your merch. Shorty.
I mean, you know, I got a little sophisticatedly ratchet.
It's not little.
The real in the world of fake is not little. It's a big deal. So
there you go,
guys. You want this? You know, hit us. It costs. Okay, it costs money. This is one of our merch that we are, you know, will be putting out. So
continuing to sell because we already selling these bitches.
We already selling them.
We actually almost sold out.
We're continuing to put them out. Hello.
Make sure y'all get a hat.
Gotta hurry up.
Yeah.
The buckets. We bringing back the bucket. Hard body.
Okay. Next person I got up for sale. All right. Let me just let y'all know with this guy. Okay. If you're a woman and you probably roll weed for him, he's probably gonna get a stiff one. Okay. It just turns him on in like unnatural ways. We don't even know why. It's a different kind of erotic thing. I don't know. All right. And you know what's wild? Usually when I think about drip, I think of pollution. Okay. Because a drip is like usually something nobody ever asks for. When you think about it, like when your eyes drip, you know, you never ask for that. You know, if you got a leak inside your crib and your pipe drips, you know, you never ask for that.
Sweaty pipes.
Yeah. You know, if your dick drips,
you don't want that.
Go see a doctor.
Nobody asks for that.
Pills for that. Some pills for that.
All right. But when this man drips, it comes in like the forms of little particles. Okay, they're called sputicles. Okay,
Beautifuls.
right? Little sputicles. All right, he single-handedly mastered the art of chocolate-wasted food and representing from the motherfucking house of drip. All right, give it up to my boy, the SPEWgod Mash. What up, King?
Yo, what's good, everybody? I really appreciate that. The Sputicles. I'm gonna put that on the shirt, my nigga. That was tough. What's good? It's your boy Mash, aka the SPEWgod DripDrip. Please say the motherfucking DripDrip.
DripDrip.
Gang, appreciate you, Mo. As always, you on deck. Representing South Jamaica Queens. Only queens make kings. For those who don't know, SPEW is an abbreviation for spreading positive energy wherever. And as the ambassador of the SPEW, it's my job, it's my profession to enrich the lives of everybody that I meet. I love y'all tribe. I'm so glad to have y'all back. Yeah, let's get this episode popping. I'm really excited to talk.
I know. All right, let me finish up strong. All right, because last but not least, even though we didn't get to me yet, but still, all right, you can catch my next co-host, right? You know, my nigga's he's a very ethically great smoking type of nigga. You know what I'm saying? And you could probably catch this nigga smoking on Purple Punch. All right, probably knock you up, fucking rookies the fuck out.
This
not
is
this
Forte.
nigga,
That's what they say. Does he season the greens? Does he season the greens? He don't season the greens.
I don't think he seasons the greens. Nigga got veteran lungs.
Okay, it comes seasoned already. You know, it's ready.
That's a fact.
They come seasoned.
Okay, so they're seasoned up. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something about my next co-host. All right. You know, back when CDs was popping and shit, you know, and niggas used to fucking play their motherfucking music on their Walkmans and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit was different. The Discmans, yes. All right. I'm gonna tell you, this man, all right, he single-handedly acquired a skill called fingers too sticky. All right. And it allowed him to save music, I should say, one touch at a time. All right. But you know what he's not gonna save? Y'all zoom in on my face. Zoom in on my face.
Your face?
Yeah. With the camera guy. Zoom in on my face.
Camera guy sucks.
You see my face?
Let me help out.
Yeah, we see your face.
Okay. You know one thing he's not gonna save though? You hoes.
I knew it.
Okay. All right. Representing from the house of ass worship. All right. Give it up. The Sly Boogie. What up, King?
A very elongated intro. Thank you very much, Flash. What's good, tribe? This is your boy Sly Boogie. This is Sly under the score, but always over the score Boogie. Anyway, it's keeping positive, persevering through life, and just progressing. Wishing everybody peace and love. And you know I'm here ready to work, so let's get it, y'all.
Absolutely.
Always.
Oh, and I season the weed, even though it comes season. I still season it afterwards because I kind of gets down like that. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I season the weed all day.
And as for myself, today I will be I need something catchy on. Today I will be the lip syncer with a love for lyrical foreplay. Okay? And what that means is that Flash talk nasty to the women, all right? It is me, it is he, it is I. It's your boy Flash the Philosopher, and welcome to Sophisticatedly Ratchet, where we give you the real in a world of fake, all right?
Yeah,
that's good.
Yo, to the tribe, if y'all get tired of us clapping it up, we don't give a fuck. All right, we got this button and we gonna use it.
Celebrate yourselves. Celebrate yourselves.
We gonna use this shit every chance we get.
All right. Okay. Now, before we get into the episode, I think it's very customary that we cleanse all this toxic shit from our souls. Okay, we've gone through things in the week, and sometimes we need a reset. All right. So before we get to our reset, I want to just bring it in the proper way.
It's gonna be a great ass day because I said it was gonna be a great ass day. I won't accept nothing else. Nothing bad will enter my day. Say that shit like you mean it. Howl it. No bad days.
Who is that?
God, what a great set. I think that's Diddy.
No.
That's Diddy? Shout out Diddy. I did not know that was Diddy.
Is it? I don't know.
If that's Diddy, I love it.
It wasn't Diddy. It was just some dude.
Oh, that gave me a little bit of energy. That'd have been fine. That was Diddy.
He sounded like Diddy, though. I ain't going with you.
Well,
I need to know who that
if you
is,
know
though.
who that is, let us know. Put it in our show notes. I mean, put it in our comments. Slide it in our DMs on IG or something like that.
I just told you who it is. This guy.
Who was it? This guy on IG is not a name, nigga.
You know what? Shut up.
That's what I'm trying to say. Who is that?
If
y'all know exactly who it is, let's give him his credit. And I want you guys to let us know what you think of our intro for the Chakra Alignment segment. Okay, like no bad days. Yeah, we go through a lot of shit during the week, and it's really good to ground yourself. And today I'll be talking about the red chakra, which is also known as the root chakra, and it's representative of you just grounding yourself and feeling sturdy. Let me just read to you what it says. Is represented by the color red. When you feel out of balance, you may feel insecure, unsafe, or even disconnected from reality. It deals with our security and our survival. A good way for you to get grounded is to obviously listen to me ring the singing bowl, but you can also just take your feet, bare feet, and place it on the ground, preferably like grass or something like that, so you could get the energy of the earth. And it's a good way to ground yourself. Something cool that I found out, it says that this chakra, it develops in our first 7 years of life, and it deals with our survival and our security needs. So just imagine what you go through from year one, or like day 0 or day 1 of being alive, to year 7. Isn't that kind of cool?
Yeah, no? Somebody told me that you developed like a lot of your trauma during like the first 7 years of your life. I don't know if it was true or not.
It could be. It could be
possible.
Rejection. Like I had a little boy come in when I was working at the school. This little boy came in. I'm sorry, I'm telling stories. I digress. Okay. You're on mute, Masha, and we can't hear you.
Let's get.
I was curious. What happened to little boy?
No.
Okay. Chase came into my nurse's office when I'm a school nurse, right? He came into the nurse's office saying his chest hurts. So I was like, what happened to your chest? He was like, some kid punched me in my chest. I said, well, why he punched you in your chest? He's like, because I took his girl. Ooh. Chase is like 6 years old. What you doing with a girl? You know what I'm saying? It's like, but so his feelings were hurt. It really wasn't the punch in the chest. I said, you want some ice? He was like, no, I don't want no ice. You know, and I was like, so, you know, like it's his feelings around it. Like, can you imagine you like stealing people's girls at 6 years old?
I mean, I don't know how I should feel about it. Should I be sad that he got punched in the chest and he didn't do nothing? Or should I be mad that he got punched in the chest and he was
proud of it though. He was kind of proud of it, but I know his feelings were hurt, you know? Like, yeah.
I'd be proud of Chase.
Yeah. I had to ask him. I was like, your mom know you have a girlfriend? He's like, yeah. I'm like, you're 6. If I call her right now, he's like, no, she don't know. She don't know.
I've been like, how old's your shorty? She's 2nd grade or something? You know what I'm saying?
No. No. It was in his class. It's in his class.
Okay, Chase is a prodigy.
All right, guys, let's get grounded. Let's take a nice deep breath in and out.
Very smooth.
That was a very good one.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Let's get grounded. Let's get this.
I'm gonna go on all day. Great. Okay.
No bad days.
No bad days.
Get grounded.
Yo, Shake, I don't have a special intro for you, but I actually did make one. So this is just for you.
Oh, yeah, give it to me. Oh, I take all types of attention. Good or bad.
Even if it's hate.
So with that, we would definitely bring you the word of the day.
Word of the week. Word of
the week.
Somewhere in a recording, I said, yo, we all mess it up. And then I heard, nah, it's just you, nigga. And there we go.
Just takes one.
Word of the week. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today's word of the week. I'm coming to give all of you, or the tribe, is the word of the week is Forte. Now the crew doesn't like this word. They said it's too easy, but I don't think everybody knows what it means, right? So you've heard it, my forte, your forte. Okay, forte means a thing in which someone excels, right? So let's say podcasting, right? So podcasting is my forte. All right.
Is
But
it?
you gotta excel at it. Do you excel at it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You still look like you in a hostel, nigga. Your background.
Well, you know what? You know what? You know what? I'll just say, I'm beginning to think that video editing is my forte.
Okay, that's much better. That's much better.
Okay,
I'm in agreement with that one.
I
would have thought
to excel is to be
said,
exceptionally good or be a proficient in an activity or subject. So technically, yeah.
Correct.
I thought you would say something along the lines of your dick game. Because you
Right.
please the women would be your forte.
Been fucking so long. It's okay.
I try to stop. I try not to be on this podcast bragging all day because I already brag enough.
We got it on file, dog. We got 100 episodes worth of it, dog.
I gotta keep it. I gotta keep telling people how amazing that shit is. Like,
my nigga,
call me Mr. HSD.
My nigga, you got a toolbox, my nigga. I ain't never met a nigga with a toolbox.
Pull out the tools, bro.
Exactly.
Bring out the tools.
Bring out the sack.
All right, well, Shake, thank you for the word of the day. We appreciate you.
Word of the week, dog. Word of the week.
Sorry,
word of the week.
Come on, buddy.
Give yourself a break, Flash.
Don't worry, I cut it for you, bro. It's
that's okay, man. That's how much disrespect I have for you.
All right, take two.
All right, cool. Yo, but definitely want to get to the episode today. So, we like episodes from different type of topics, backgrounds, everything like that. And one of the things I think that we all kind of share in a affiliation with or a love for is music. All right, so we got this episode planned today. We kind of codenamed it Lyrically Speaking, but it's really about like lyrics, music, the things that we've probably grown up listening to our whole lives, And to start off this episode, kind of want to know from everyone, what's your favorite song and why?
Who want to go first? Because I love this music shit. Somebody.
I don't have one.
I can go easy.
Mo.
It's easy for me. Okay.
Go, TJ. I
don't really have a favorite. I know that sucks. I don't have a favorite. I'm not that big into music. I'm a Pandora listener. I have genres that I listen to, but I don't have a favorite. Like, I love soca music, but I also love neo soul. It depends on the vibe and the mood that I'm going through. So I don't have a favorite. The feeling of music
cannot be understated, TJ. So I feel you when you say some shit like that. Because Coldplay, I ain't got no quotables, but they damn sure in rotation in terms of how they make me feel. So
that's like me. I got a couple of ones that I really like.
Well, just give us
all right. I'm gonna give you. I'll give three. One of Lauryn Hill, Zion is that song speaks to my soul. Every time I hear that song, I'm not gonna lie, like I tear up, and it is I don't know. It's a lot in that song that she talks about a lot. You know what I mean? So if you listen to the lyrics of that song, you'll understand exactly what she's talking about and how in the music industry, that's at least back then, that's what they depicted. You can't be a mother and a artist.
You know the whole
song. She just goes, now the joy of my. She goes, now the joy of my life is in Zion. Like, her love is in her child, which people was trying to tell her to abort. Essentially, that's what it was. Another song of mine, he get on my nerve. He get on my last nerve. But that You Can't Tell Me Nothing by Kanye. That song is hard as fuck. I don't care what nobody says. That song is hard as fuck. And that song is a motivational song. Wait till I get my money right.
Didn't the album start with that song?
Niggas can't tell me nothing.
It didn't start with that song?
Nah. So that song, I played that song when I quit my previous job. So my last week, I played that shit every day. Every fucking day I played that song.
I'm telling you, that song go hard. Fire. That song does something. So it's like that. And one more song. I just had it at the tip of my tongue. Man, I'm telling you, I'm just like, I can't choose one.
Is it a Mary song?
Yeah. I'm just trying to think about which one. Cause Mary speaks to me so much.
Shout out Mary.
Yeah, I like Be Happy by Mary. Like that's just a lovable song. Like because all we really want is to be happy and to find a love that's everybody wants that. You want to be happy, you want to find a love that's yours and to feel complete. So that song is deep. And it's just she talks about God and then she goes, I asked for a sign from the sweet Lord above. You know, so she referenced things like that. I asked for a sign from the sweet Lord above. Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like that song, you know, you just want to be happy. What in life makes us happy? You know, all I really want is just to be happy. That's it.
That's dope.
So those three, yeah. I'm gonna stop.
All right, TJ, you up, love? Go ahead, TJ.
I went already. I don't have a favorite.
Oh, you really didn't?
That's not a fucking answer, TJ. You should have been prepared for this. You should have at least said.
I'm telling you that I don't have a favorite. That is my answer.
Do you like any song? Do you like any song, TJ?
Chill shake.
No, let him
She gonna come for you. She gonna come for you, bro.
Yeah, it depends on my mood. I like songs. I'm not the type that even knows artists. I don't know lyrics. I don't buy albums. I don't have favorites. I am a Pandora listener. I'm a Spotify listener. I listen to YouTube. You know what? I just play. You know, like neo soul music. I may put in Jasmine Sullivan. I'll put in like different artists and listen to all the different artists that come in. I don't have a favorite artist. I don't have a favorite song. I said that. That's my answer. Come for me if you want. I'm ready to. You don't like my answer either, host? You don't like my answer either? I don't give a fuck.
I like the fact you looking at that. I like the fact
my answer is my truth.
You complete yourself?
Looking at
I'm trying to help you think about a song.
Right.
No, I don't have
well,
one.
Be complete.
I don't have
complete.
one. It's not complete. I was complete with Simone. I went first. I'm gonna mute my mic.
All right, so my favorite song is a song by this dude, David Mulaski. It's called The Light. I think I mentioned it to you guys on a previous episode. And the song makes me feel so good because it's like an empowering song. It basically talks to the listener and tells you that you're the light. You know, you are the brightness. You know, it's so basically the lyrics go, I walk in the room and I light it up. He says, God's inside of all of us. It's a secret that they try to hide from us. This is a really impactful song because it talks about like affirmations and chant it to yourself. He says like every morning before you open your eyes, say that you're perfect, say that you're loved, say that you're abundant. You know what I mean? It just reaffirms all the things that makes me feel good about myself. So as a listener to that song, it just brightens me up. So that's my favorite song, hands down.
Mm-hmm. Drop that in the show notes. I want to hear that song.
I played it for y'all before.
I'm gonna listen to it again. I gotta listen
to
it.
I remember it.
So
I mean, you don't have a favorite, so I don't expect you to remember it. I got you.
Right.
I'm gonna jump in. Definitely shout out to my favorite rapper. Always been my favorite rapper since I was a kid. To be honest, Rough Riders Ride or Die Volume 1 was the first CD I ever picked up. Legit, I bought it for $5 as a bootleg at the corner store.
But at a bootleg, okay.
Yeah, and that was one of the best investments I made in my life in terms of just the kind of music I was listening to at that time. Rough Riders Ride or Die Volume 1 was the shit when it first came out. So definitely shout out to everybody involved in that project. Eve, The Locks, Dragon, everybody. Anyway.
DMX, shout my nigga, say my nigga name.
R.I.P. DMX, of course, my nigga. Ride or Die. That goes without saying.
The main dude.
I mean, I wouldn't call him like the main. Everybody put in work over there, but shout out to everybody.
He's number one, bro.
Oh no, DMX moved numbers, but everybody put in work. But anyway, I digress. I'm definitely saying that to say that my favorite rapper is Jadakiss, and it was been kind of a struggle for me to find quotes for him because there's so much shit that he said over the decades that he's been in the game. So I definitely want to shout out "Kiss of Death" as the first song I listened to that kind of put me onto him in that kind of light because he's definitely been on. And he's definitely put in work when he was with the Bad Boys. And I obviously know about his earlier projects, but in terms of that work and just what he's been doing afterwards, it just nothing like it. Anyway, Kiss of Death, my man is just saying, you know, he's just so much quotables in it. I'm trying to get a quotable for y'all because it's
my Jada lines. When you think of me, you think of a problem. Who, what, when, and how you gonna solve them? Automatic or revolver? K.I. double lesson. Here's the lesson. Most beams is infrared, but mine's is fluorescent. Bars.
Damn bars. Them bars.
That's
bars.
Heat is in the stash in the glove box. Niggas that love to rob you love locks. Just little shit like that.
Jada is a GOAT. He's a GOAT. I'll tell you that.
All time.
Thanks.
The verses, if was pretty much the flowers that was needed to be given to this nigga decades ago. as far as I'm concerned, when he did against Dipset. He should have overdue for that. Anyway.
Yo,
classic.
Jada, my nigga.
So I'm gonna do 3 as well. Okay.
Go ahead.
The 3 that I got is favorite songs. Call Thomas, I Wish. All right. Well, I don't know. I don't know why I fucking love that song. But I wish
that threw me for a curveball too, right?
Oh, that's one of my favorite songs. Like, I get passionate when I hear that song.
You crying ass nigga.
I thought he was gonna quote like a 2 Live Crew song or some shit for some reason. I don't know. I guess I'm stereotyping him too much.
Then you got Lauryn Hill, Doo-Wop. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill.
Shout out Lauryn Hill. That's two mentions on her.
That album was amazing.
It was
classic.
That's a classic album. That album
was my favorite track on that album. Real talk. And then last but not least, the first Biggie song that I ever learned and shit was Warning. Who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
5:46 in the morning.
Crack the door.
Wipe the cold
out my eyes.
Wipe the cold out my eyes.
See who's this page of me and why. It's my normie Pop from the barbershop. Told me he was in the gambling spot and heard the entry for pot. Niggas trying to, niggas trying to stick
me like fly paper, baby. Slow down, love. Please chill, drop the caper.
Remember them niggas the hill up in Brownsville that you wrote nice with? We smoked weed and got nice lit. That's my shit.
Yeah, my nigga Fame up in Prospect.
I love what I didn't say them. It used to put me up to
some niggas.
Hold on. I gotta bring this up. Nah, I gotta bring.
I wanted to keep that going because that song that's fucking legendary.
I got 7 Mac 11s.
I got a story. No, I got a story to
C4
tell.
to your door, no beat, no more.
Them whole lyrics for that.
Yeah.
Actually, what's crazy is back in junior high school, right? Like I didn't have a lot of friends in junior high school and shit. I used to be kind of a loner, but I used to say,
still don't.
What I used to do in my spare time is I would listen to the songs on the radio. And I would write down. Not only would I save it onto the CD. Remember when niggas would listen to the radio and then copy it to the video, copy it to the tape,
and then write it down.
And you had to put a little bit of tissue on top of the tape deck to make sure it record the shit when you put it inside the
age.
And then you go and then you rewind it back over and over and just keep on writing down the lyrics. I used to write down the lyrics to the songs. It's just so some of my lyrics were still off and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yo, you know what I hated most about that shit is when I would do it. Funk Master Flex would keep dropping fucking bombs.
I would never get a good recording of the fucking shit.
Yo,
Master Flex. This nigga dropped so many bombs. He
knew how to fuck up a track, didn't he?
Yo, Mash. I gotta jump in on that. Like, before I got into the CD racket, I used to try to record shit on the radio to kind of like make tapes and mixtapes and all that shit. He used to shout out Flex, shout out DJ Clue, because they fucked the game up. Me trying to record shit. They used to like DJ Clue talk forever over a track. Funk Master Flex would just drop bombs and then restart the shit like fucking 3-4 times. Never get the song out.
Yo, you know what? You know what just came to mind? I remember
they dubbing shit hard.
I remember I used to make girls like tapes. Like I used to make girls that I like tapes of all my favorite R&B songs and like give it to them as like a love letter type situation.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, you know how hard that is to do now? Like no one's giving you no fucking tape, my nigga.
Yo, that shit is hard.
I mean, they'll give you a SoundCloud link, my nigga.
You had a lot of time on your hands, bro. That's what it was, bro.
I ain't going front. That's like at that young age. That's
romantic.
That's effort there.
You see me.
Flash. What's your favorite song?
Like that. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I still write poems to women, so I don't know. I'm not that far fetched from like doing things like that for women.
What's your favorite song, Flash?
Shit. Well, I didn't pick 3 like y'all. Actually,
I mean, I couldn't decide.
I picked one.
You know, and I didn't pick none like TJ. Where you at? Right. But the one that I actually did remember, and this is actually around the time I think where I first got one of my Walkmans, which with the CDs. And I finally got the shit that had the motherfucking bump protection because I used to have the old shit where it's like you would move
about it
and you couldn't move too hard because you know
that skipping is a bitch. That skipping is a bitch.
And I used to jump on the bus and my shit even had the fucking belt clip. So I had the you know the CD player with the belt clip. And when I was rocking this album, the album was called I want to say this was 2000 BC. I should have looked this up, but the song
Can I Bust?
Yeah, it's Canibus, but it was a song featuring Canibus, and Rakim. And the song is called I'll Bust 'em. I'll bust 'em, you punish 'em. That's what the name of the song was. And this song was so great for me because I'm a person where I'm very much into like wordplay. I'm very much into the art of actual word. And Canibus was one of the rappers that I paid attention to because he definitely was a lyricist, you know, with all respect to him being a rapper, but he was a lyricist. You know, you got people that rap and you have lyricists. And so was Rakim. And Rakim, he jumped on this track, and I'm just gonna say his verse because this made me understand, like, number one, how dope Rakim was, but also like how amazing lyrics and rap are. So Rakim, so the premise of the actual song is that, you know, they're talking about ways to like beat their opponents, you know, if their opponents come at them or whatnot. So Rakim comes in with this verse on the second joint, and he goes, "Be ready and at your best, the celebrity math of death." No, I'm sorry. "Be ready and at your best, the celebrity match of death. Heart snatched through your chest, cardiac arrest. Crack your neck while I break your arms, catch your breath. Then I ask the ref how many cats is left. One-on-one, who challenging? Come get did. All I have is a pen and punishing kids. Abdomen punctured in, look at what I done to his wig. Wanna live, then I stab him in the lung with his rib. Every word I say, detach a vertebrae from your spine. Rematch wherever we meet at. Any place, any time. Get your snot box smashed with a 9, smacked with a rhyme. Push your forehead to the back of your mind. Try to explain what it's like seeing your brain. You insane. Who's gonna ID the remains? And then I reincarnate him and kill him again and again, again and again. And then, you know, they go into the hook. Let me bust him, nah. I'm gonna punish him, rah. And then he comes back at the end of the song, and he says, what did he say? Oh, so he says,
some violent shit for sure.
Yeah, it is violent shit, but I enjoy the shit. So, and the last thing he says on the rap, he says, "Turn cats that soup from superb to nerds. Just say the word. I'll leave your DNA on the curb and stick my dick in your ear and fuck what you heard." And I was sitting here like, who said shit like this?
I have one question to ask because he just shitted on that to cover my nose up. It stinks.
Yes,
it was different.
But anyway, I have to ask, what year did this song come out? Because Rakim had been in the game for decades and he always could spit. And I remember when he was with Dre as well. So I'm very curious in which era this actually came out.
BC, right?
Yeah, this is 1999. This So that actually might be 2000 BC because I think that's when he dropped the 2000 BC album.
Yeah,
because I know him for like, you know what I mean, Eric B, and obviously in those days. So yeah. Anyway, I like that shit.
I just want to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Flash. You complete? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm complete though.
So I just want to say one more song or one more artist. Shit. I'm sorry.
You know we got mad room for like times we go on.
Yo, I don't know if y'all know, but I was a big Slim Shady fan. This white dude is one of the most controversial,
Eminem was
nicest rappers I've ever heard coming up as a kid. Because the shit that he was saying would get you canceled in 2022. The shit that this nigga was saying.
Hi, Renee. I was about to toss a live grenade in the driveway and drive away. I was okay. Oh, you're afraid of a blade made with a razor with AIDS, blood dripping from it, ripping your stomach like a paper mache? You took a lot of shit, but you was never ill though. I'm sick enough to beat you to death with a feather pillow.
Oh,
he wasn't alone.
Eminem was just not that nigga.
So wait, so one of the verses that I love the most from him is the real Slim Shady. That's a really commercial song, right? Yeah. But he spit some really tough shit in the last verse. He said, "I'm like a head trip to listen to, because I'm only giving you things you talk about with your friends inside your living room. The only difference is I got the balls to say it in front of y'all, and I don't got to be false or sugarcoated at all. I just get on the mic and spit it, and whether you would like to admit it, I just did it better than 90% of you rappers out, kid. Then you wonder how come kids eat up these albums like Volume. It's funny, because at the rate I'm going when I'm 30, I'll be the only person in a nursing home flirting, pinching nurses' asses while I'm jacking off with jerking, and I'm jerking, but this whole bag of Viagra isn't working. And every single person is a Slim Shady lurking. He could be working in Burger King, spitting on your onion rings, or in the parking lot, circling, screaming, I don't give a fuck, with his windows down and his system up. So will the real Shady please stand up and put one of them fingers on each hand up and be proud to be out of your mind and out of control? And one more time, loud as you can. How does it go? That shit hard. So fucking hard.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I always like that song was always real, but I never liked the song like that. Don't get me wrong. I respect listening to that now. It's been a while, so I definitely understand what he's talking about. Now. It hit hard.
Was when he said, I'm only giving you things you talk about with your friends inside your living room. The only difference is I got the balls to say it. And that reminded me of this podcast. Because I'm only giving you the shit you talk about your friends inside your living room. But we got the balls to say it. A lot of people want to be false and sugar-coated. But we just get on the mic and spit it. I thought that was fucking amazing.
That's
right.
That's a fact.
Boss.
That's a fact.
Yeah, that's fine.
Eminem in his early years, the first 2 albums, legendary.
So definitely want to move on. All right, so
and shout out 8 Mile.
So talking about our favorite songs plural, because it's got multiple songs. All right, I want to know what's one of your favorite albums. One of your favorite albums. It don't got to be your favorite ever, TJ. Okay, but what's one of your favorite albums? And please, let's give one because we got a lot of episodes left.
She gonna say my favorite Pandora playlist.
I know. TJ, love your music and be happy with it. We all shit.
TJ,
I have one. I have one, and I'm gonna
shuffle.
tell you why it's my favorite. Because this is when I was really into music. When you were buying, was it BMF? What was the name of the thing where they would send you a whole bunch of CDs for like a penny? Remember they would mail it to you.
Clearinghouse or some shit like that.
Yeah, they would send you mad.
Oh, that was way back when. I think I know something about.
Yeah, you would like it.
Don't come for the Bronx, nigga.
Thank you, Mo. Represent.
Go ahead, TJ.
Thank you, bestie.
I got you.
But so I would say is Biggie Smalls' Life After Death, because that was my album.
That's what I was gonna say.
That double album.
That was my
and
album.
I would only say it's that, and I will only say that because that's the first CD that I remember actually buying and having and knowing the lyrics as a young kid, creating dances for it. Monique, remember we had created.
That's why. That's why. That's my
at the family reunion. You know. We knew all the nasty ass lyrics too, by the way. Yeah. Yes. That was a song, by the way.
The shit was called BMG in Columbia House Recording.
Yes, BMG. Yes. Thank you. Thank
you,
Mash. Nostalgic. I'm complete.
Yo, okay, so my
go ahead, Shade.
Hold on, my favorite album, one of my favorite albums, yo, in the world. Motherfucking Stillmatic, yo. That shit was one of the hardest joints. Classic. Oh my god, when a nigga came out and shitted on Jay-Z, fuck Jay-Z. I was just like,
that was different.
Yeah.
What's up, nigga? I'm talking to you.
Queens niggas run you niggas. Ask Russell Simmons, nigga.
Pop should apologize, nigga. Then ask Kiss. That was disrespectful.
Yo, I love that album, bro. That's one of my favorite albums. Yeah. Real talk.
That was one of my favorite battles. I'm gonna just be honest. I and it was during a time where like nothing was so fast paced. You could tell like they took their time and really curated the battle or the bars, the verses.
MCs at the top of the game.
I'm be honest with you. Now that I think about it, I feel like it was manufactured and shit, but it is what it is, though. I still love it.
One of the best rivalries in hip hop, as far as I'm concerned. I loved it.
I don't believe it was real beef. I'm just saying.
I mean, it took 10 years for them to get back on and kind of do work together. So I'm assuming there was some sort of energy behind the scenes. There's no way that was all artificial.
It was. Peep how it lined up, my nigga. It was Nas's 20th. Is Nas 20th? What was it? No, it's 10 years in the game. He was coming up to 10 years in the game and shit. And all of a sudden they decided to manufacture this motherfucking beef between them. Now he comes out with this amazing fucking album and shit. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z gets to come back at him. Nigga, yo, you know how much money is made off of beef, bro? And Jay-Z knows how to capitalize on that shit. And in all honesty, now could it have been real? It could have been. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I think it was fake. In my opinion. That's just my opinion.
I'm gonna need you to watch a documentary in 2013 called Beef. All right. It talks extensively about the beef between Jay and Nas, and you should check that out, Shake.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Check that out.
So I'll talk about my intro. You could go, Boogie.
No, ladies first. Go ahead, Queen.
Okay. No, it's the same thing. My favorite album, well, one of, because I have several, but it is Life After Death, because I recall that album was straight like I remember in ninth grade, I believe, when that album came out, 8th, 9th grade, around that time. And I knew every that was a double album. Like my song, I don't care what nobody say, and it starts off as an interlude, but I got a story to tell. Yo. Oh my God.
You get Dick from a play up the New York Knicks.
The Knicks, yeah.
When that beat goes off,
I kick flows for you, kick down doors for you. Even left all my motherfucking hoes for you. Nigga, yo, I can spit. Yo, that album was amazing.
Keep going.
Oh man,
keep going.
Listen, I don't want to be rapping on here.
Yeah, I mean,
B.I.G. was just so like ahead of his time.
I laid my game down quite flat.
Yes,
petite miss. You partner that.
But that ass fat.
Got a body make a nigga wanna eat that. I'm
fucking with you. Hey,
it's official though. I'm about to listen.
I get it, bestie.
That's my shit.
Shout out Biggie, R.I.P.
Yeah, you could definitely tell. Like
we were dancing nasty at that.
Yo, the 10 Crack Commandments, like his song still relevant today. Shout out Biggie. And shout out Benny the Butcher. He did a 10 more Crack Commandments that I actually thought was pretty dope, on especially with Diddy at the end. Anyway, kind of a little plug for Benny, but I thought that was kind of dope, him jumping on that. But no, sorry. Definitely shout out to Big. Always got to have him on repeat.
What you were saying about them house parties, TJ?
No, I was just saying Mo had a house party and we were mad young and we were like listening to these albums. And you know, it was dancing nasty. And that last song, I just remember how guys were dancing. Like they was up on a wall, you know, like with their whole pelvis in your butt.
Kind of what they do now with soca parties.
I know, but we was doing that in 9th grade.
Yeah,
like this is
where was the parents at? Where was the parents at?
Our parents, my parents was there. My mom helped clean out the living room so that
I think it was my birthday party, but it was.
I definitely had one. I had a guy's T-shirt print on the wall because it was a hot box.
And at that point, Genuine song. I could tell you that Genuine song was really popping that time, and that was Ride It
Pony.
My Pony. What? Pony. Oh my God, the guys listen. Waiting.
This motherfucker, Uncle Luke, used to encourage niggas to put holes in walls. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something, yo. I remember this going to this house party and shit. And you know, niggas used to dance on the walls back in the day and shit. All I remember is that when we left, when we was all leaving, nigga, there were 3 dents in the fucking wall. 3 fucking dents lined up next to each other on the wall because the chicks was going so hard to it.
It's a good time.
So the wild part,
take that.
Yo, Shake, and it's wild because I think I remember one of my earliest like kid Freaknik parties and whatnot. I'm so mad I didn't get to partake in like Freaknik shit. I would have definitely took the Freaknik shit.
Bring back let's start the campaign. Bring back Freaknik. Y'all niggas is Atlanta.
Sophisticatedly Ratchet Freaknik 2025. We out here.
Yo, I remember going to like a kid Freaknik house party. You know, this is when I was young. I want to be like, I was 2 years ago, you know, but I remember going to one and you know, I go into the house. I'm sitting here like, ain't nobody at this house party, but I'm hearing music and shit. I'm sitting here like, ain't nobody inside. But sure enough, when you went outside to the back where they had like an actual yard and shit, because this is the first time I'm in some shit that people had yards. Same shit. They said they leaning on the fence now. So ain't no broken walls. It's just all ass and dance. It's amazing, my nigga. Amazing. All I had to do was sneak in. Once you on the fence, once you sneak on the fence, nigga, you catching a dub. Shit is different.
You right in the row. You right in the row.
Shit is different.
On the conveyor.
That's a fact,
Shit
bro.
Different.
Go ahead, Boogie, because I know you was going after me with your favorite.
No worries. I got a lot of music similar to TJ in terms of favorite albums, but so I wanted to kind of take it back to what made me kind of listen to music differently. I used to kind of listen to music in terms of how it sounds. So some songs in terms of what was being said would get over my head. So I was in high school having a conversation with this dude one time. It was just chatting about lyrics. We was talking about Cameron, and we was talking about just some songs or whatever. And I was like, yeah, Cameron, he's all right. And then he was talking about a verse. He was like, I come to the block, make you run, and then I run things, some shit like that. And then I was like, yeah, whatever, nigga. But anyway, he was like, yo, you listen to the music because of how it sounds, right? Like, you don't even listen to what the fuck they say. He just looked at me. I was like, of course I do. But then I was like, not really. So we was talking about sports, drugs, and entertainment. That is that is my favorite album. I guess one of my favorite albums of all time. Not really because of the production. Don't get me wrong, some dope production on it. But in terms of what he was saying, in terms of just how he was spitting, the energy, the flow, like that is hands down from intro to outro one of my favorite albums to listen to, hands down. Best project.
What, the SDE had "Fuck You" on it?
Yes, it definitely did.
Okay, yeah.
That's the intro.
You remember
first
the
one started fuck you, fuck what you going through, fuck what you been through. Yo, the energy from this man, he's another artist that album getting canceled in 2022. Feel me? Like
he was fire.
because like there was a song called Violence he did with ODB. You can't really play that nowadays, not at all. That lyrical matter, I don't even want to plug it because it would just give negative attention, but it's like it's just at that time it was just raw. Like his best lyrical album ever made.
You know what's wild? Something took me back. I was listening. I usually let Spotify play shit, and it was definitely playing me some shit.
That's what I do too.
Actually, it was jumping back and forth. But I remember hearing a song, and it got to like a part of the interlude or some shit. And all I remember is somebody saying "faggot," and I was sitting here like, oh. I said they said a word, but I had to go look at the song. I'm saying like they could have never done this after 1990, whatever. I mean, that was 2000, maybe 2010. I don't know, but I sure enough looked at the song and I realized it was an older song, but it definitely was a raw era, like rap and how we used to joke, and it was different. It was different.
People weren't as sensitive as they are now.
Agreed.
People weren't
like Eminem could not be the rapper that he was then. Now
people were sensitive. People were sensitive, but no one cared that they were offending people. Now it's a big thing. Like you don't want to offend people, so you don't want to be derogatory.
I actually think the lyrical matter was just so good that it kind of overlooked it as well. Like Eminem said some controversial things, but he also said some real shit as well that people could identify with. That's why I think that he was able to kind of like, I won't say get past, but he was able to kind of stand tough through the controversial shit that was going on. Like he did a song with Elton John, even though he had the controversial shit with the gay lyrics and all that. So it's like he was able to get through that. Anyway, I'm just saying that to say that, the good music kind of pushed through that controversy.
Yeah, I mean, that was his forte. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, good shit.
Yeah, but TJ, I agree with you on that as far as like they didn't really care about people's feelings. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, they didn't really care that they were offending people. And the reason why people care a lot more, I think, is because of cancel culture. Because cancel culture has become so big, like you can't really speak your mind anymore. You can't say the 100%. Shit you think. Because once you start saying the shit you think, people gonna be like, you know what? I don't like it. And then you get groups of people that don't like the shit you're saying, and then you lose all kinds of fans. So nobody got time for that. That's money out of your pocket. Nobody need that. Nobody need protesters outside their concert and shit. Now but I feel like we've gotten to the point where it's become just too fucking ridiculous. Like for instance, Beyonce in her last album, she had to change some lyrics in her last album because what did she say? She called, I forget what the word was she used. But
it was the first lyric that she took out, or the melody, was for Khalees, Milkshake.
What did she say?
Was for Milkshake. She didn't say anything. She used the melody, and Khalees was basically saying, you took my popping shit. Yeah, you took my.
Yeah, that fucked her up more than melody. Beyonce, because that was
it really did, because then she could have got paid off of that. So she talked herself.
When the Beehive get you, they get you. The Beehive get you.
I didn't know about the Khalees thing. Okay,
I heard about that. Like she rashed out.
That was the original. First,
but Beyonce wasn't doing that to kind of diss her. It was like
she wasn't. She just used the melody. Like it was la 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 la. But she wasn't, copyright. So basically, Khalees is saying that she wrote that song, everything about the song, but Pharrell and them never gave her, because she was under Pharrell at the time.
So that whole thing is bad because she didn't have. I guess she signed like a wonky contract. For like her ownership over like the sampling and the rights to the song was kind of wild, and she was young, so she probably didn't read the contract properly. So it's a lot of that. As far as I don't want to say Pharrell is kind of shady, but
but that's what it
is. This is business.
From what allegedly from what she was speaking of, she like Pharrell didn't give her the credit or her what she was supposed to get, basically.
Yeah, but he don't really speak on it though. But
so the derogatory word that she had to remove was the word spaz. Right,
I heard about that,
and I'm saying like spaz. Are you serious?
Why
spaz?
What's spaz mean?
So,
this new sensitive,
an incompetent or uncoordinated person as a noun, and as a verb is to lose physical or emotional control.
Right. So I guess they're saying that she's making fun of people.
Oh, like a spasm.
Or something. Yeah, who get spasms. Okay. People who get spasms.
Get the fuck out of here!
I didn't even know that word was offensive. I had no idea.
Bro. It's bullshit.
Yo, bro, they said.
I mean, technically, midget can be offensive to people, so it's possible.
Yeah.
They said Beyonce. People were upset that Beyonce cursed more in this album.
Son, she cursed
like,
so hard,
what?
Bro.
Like, shut the fuck up.
I've listened to a little bit of her album, and I do as someone who's not a big Beyonce fan, I do appreciate her kind of going in different directions, to be honest with you. Like one of my favorite songs was 7-Eleven bit by Beyonce, but not because of the song. The song was dope, but really because of the video with just her having fun and just having a good time with the girls.
I love that one.
There's something about that video that just kind of like, yo, I like that. And, I just appreciate the music of that kind of like. So, yeah, I'm digging a new album, if I'm being honest with you.
But I definitely want to get us back on topic because talking about the topic we're supposed to is our forte. I'll tell you about my favorite album. Yeah, and this album was actually...
Flex.
Thank you very much. But
point. You didn't need a clap. You just get 1 point.
That's how to move that. Like,
that's an abuse of power. That's an abuse of power. It was just 1 point.
Yo, my
like a sitcom character.
This nigga dead ass looked away.
So look, this album was actually one that saved my life, in my opinion. Okay, and it was the first time that I was visiting Atlanta, and I had drove down here with the homies. Shout out to Phil and Black.
Parachute theory.
I got funny stories from that shit too. But we stayed in Atlanta by this dude named Bo.
Big Bo.
This was one of our homeboys' dads. And when I tell you Bo was just like a raw individual, he had like certificates of like breaking chicks' backs and shit from sex on his wall and shit. Bo was different.
What do you mean by certificate?
He had
He told us a story about how he broke a chick's back once, literally during sex. He was proud of that shit. He was so proud of that shit.
He hung the shit up.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Flash. I'm telling you.
Medical bills? Did he pay her medical bills?
Nah. She had medical care, but he took the certificate or whatever the doctor's whatever, and he hung it up like
he took the doctor's bill and put nice. Okay,
frame that
shit.
That
type of nigga.
Eliminated
it. Yeah, but Bo was different. So this was a great trip for me, and when we had to actually leave Atlanta, and Atlanta was dope. I was one person less of having the people who drove with me. And the dude who was driving back with me, this nigga just got his license. So I wasn't trusting this nigga to fucking, I used to have an Acura Legend back in the days and shit. Or an Edgin. Because somebody stole my L.
They took the L off his car, so we call it the Edgin. It wasn't a Legend no more.
So that was my shit. And I had to drive back to New York. And I realized I was too paranoid to let this dude drive my car. I'm sitting here like, we gonna rap if this nigga drive. He just got his fucking license. And this nigga don't even have a car. This nigga's only done the classes. So I'm sitting here like, I'm not putting this dude on the highway. Definitely not going up on the 95 with this nigga.
Big risk.
And I said to myself, like, I need to find the energy to be awake for this whole drive and kill this shit. And, I think it was about an 11, 12-hour drive. And around this time was the first time I was listening to Late Registration from Kanye West. And when I tell you every song from start to finish. Now, I don't know how long it takes to get from Atlanta to New York nowadays, but that's how many times the album played from the whole way. Like, I was really so enamored with this album that it kept me up. It kept me so energized for what it was when it came to me, and everything about it artistically, and I loved it. Like, so that I say it saved my life because it prevented me from fucking falling asleep and rapping, because I definitely was a little beat to try and do this.
I'm thinking about two songs already, like Ride Slow, probably just giving you some energy soon as that come on. The shit with Game. Don't know the song, but I know that intro hit hard. So it's like, there's a lot of energy.
I hated that
just
song.
the beta, Phi Beta skits and all that. It's just so much energy and life in that album.
No, albums that
personality.
Those definitely keep my ass up. If you can sing along with shit.
Out of all the songs on the album, that Game and Kanye song is the worst song. I fucking hated that track the most.
Lyrically, they wasn't saying nothing, but I do have to get that beat to respect. That shit is a commanding type beat, my nigga. Especially on the intro, you gotta respect that.
Crack music, trash.
Yeah, but and like I said, I love the album too, because I think it even had like D. Ray Davis impersonating
Broke Five Broke. We ain't got it.
What's my guy name?
Yeah.
What's the comedian that Bernie Mac and shit. It's like he had the voice and shit. Because I always thought that was Bernie Mac in the beginning, but that was actually D. Ray Davis who did the
He did a good job. He did a good job.
Super good
Everybody
job.
was on the A game for the skits. Gotta give him that.
Yeah, that album was
slow
good.
was
I like
you know
that
why?
one.
You know why I drive slow though? Because I was driving. I'm gonna just be honest. I think that's what made it so great too. Like,
that song is perfect for the road, bro.
Yo, Flash, thanks for clearing that up for me. I knew that wasn't Bernie. I knew that wasn't Bernie Mac, but I didn't know who it was.
Right.
Who was doing that voice? Because you could tell it was somebody impersonating him. It wasn't his voice. You know what I mean? So thanks for enlightening me. I didn't know it was D-Ray.
Yeah, he's cool. Who else got a favorite album?
I do.
Mash. Yeah, Mash is nice.
My favorite album, for you who don't know, I used to be a huge Lupe Fiasco fan. Lupe Fiasco, Food and Liquor, executively produced by Jay-Z. Just give you some background about this album. This is his first studio album. And the concept of the album is called Food and Liquor, and it represents good and bad. You know, food is nourishment, and since he's Muslim, liquor is bad. And throughout the album, it's like a story. He talks about the life of a character. The opening track is called Real, and he basically talking about his grandmother always wanted something real, you know, give the people something that they could feel. So throughout the album, he talks about the life journey of a kid. And even in the popular single Kick Push talks about not being accepted for the things you love the most. You know what I mean? And basically how you have to be you at all times in order to be happy, right? And then it talks about different type of things like instrumental. It talks about our addiction to like television, and then fucking He Said, She Said talks about a father being absent in his kid's life and what the mother says to the son and what the son says to the mother. It's so fucking good. And it's got a song called The Cool where it talks about a drug dealer who comes back from the dead. And
the fucking Cool.
The story was just so amazing that he put together in this album. It just made me appreciate him as an artist.
That second LP was fire, bro.
Artist.
Like I just feel like and that whole shit.
You're talking about The Coolest. You're talking about The Coolest. That's the name of the second album. But that first album, Food and Liquor, favorite album, hands down. I can listen to that front to back. I love that shit.
Yeah, Lupe was fire.
Wow.
Yo, I want to touch on that as one of our next talking points, because when I think of music, I think of how well certain songs can almost tell stories. And I want to know from y'all, what is a song that tells the best story? And I'm gonna go first. I don't know.
Go ahead, go
first. Go. All right, because I'm gonna just be honest. I love storytelling. I actually was a kid that used to enter storytelling contests when I was younger and shit. We had to memorize books and shit, and I would get in front of people and recite that shit. That was my thing back in the days, you know. So when I hear people tell stories through rap, it resonates with me in a different way. So I would just say, and I had to like narrow this down, but one of the ones that I'm gonna say I loved was the Lost Boys Renee. I feel like that was
Flash.
That took it back. That took it back. I didn't expect that.
I'm gonna say another one, but that told a whole entire.
Took it back alone.
I have another one too, so don't worry.
I'm gonna keep it short, but I'm gonna just say I love that song from just the hood type of love that you meet, how you meet somebody and you fall in love,
that was
or whatever, and then you know the one law of human nature that you know we all suffer. So a song that kind of brings that to light was so like, damn, we all experience this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I love that. I love the type of feeling I got from that song. So, but yeah, that was mine.
Good shit.
So, I just want, this is gonna be controversial. Y'all probably not gonna fuck with it, but this song I feel tells the best story. This is by Mr. Robert Kelly, Trapped in the Closet.
Dang, why you had to use mine?
Mr. Robert Kelly. That is probably one of
the trapped in the closet.
That was amazing.
Mr. Robert Kelly.
I had to get all the damn DVDs.
That shit was like 12 parts. Fully detailed. You knew
the midget came out the closet.
This shit was so fucking good. Mr. Robert Kelly, you did that.
And that's why, like, he was very creative. At the end of the day, I'm not, I'm gonna separate the man from his.
R. Kelly been creative. Fuck yeah.
That shit was amazing. I'm gonna jump in. Once again, I don't care. Biggie, I got a story to tell.
Yeah.
That motherfucking story. Hence the title of the song. I have a story to tell. That shit made me feel like I feel like I'm jumping out the bed, and you know, he got the pillow, and he's wrapping her up. Like I was there visually when he was telling that story. I'm like, he was.
And I love the fact that he told it as he was telling it to his niggas.
Yes,
he was telling the story to his niggas about what happened. That shit was tough.
He's like, let me tell you what the fuck happened to me. That's right. And he goes into the story. It's
He's like, I know you had your Roscoe on me.
On you?
Of course,
yeah. Of course I had my Roscoe on me.
Started pulling up mad paper
out the floor. Yo, that was amazing. That was just like, I felt like I was there visually. Like I could see everything he was telling me. Yeah.
Can I say
gotta listen to
something?
that
I just
song
want to
again.
plug us real quick. When I listen to the podcast and we're telling stories, I feel like I can hear it. If I'm not watching us on YouTube on Ratchet Space Podcast on YouTube, if I'm not watching us on my big screen TV, just plugging us real quick. If I'm not listening to us or watching us, when I'm listening, I feel like I can imagine like the stories that you guys tell. So that's really dope that artists can do that, and we're doing that too as podcasters. Just
Facts.
FYI.
I hope that the tribe also feels that way too, because
Right.
you're firsthand to the stories. But I hope that people on the outside listening get that same perception of us, although they don't know us as well as you know us.
Yeah, but I'm a fan. But also, like when I'm listening to us, I don't remember what I say. Sometimes we recorded so long ago. When I'm hearing the episode, it's like brand new. So I'm like really a fan of the Sophisticatedly Ratchet Podcast. Like for real.
You're not just a castmate, you're a tribe member.
I am. I'm not only a member, I'm the president. No, just like I'm your player president.
Hey,
one more chance.
All right, who else got a song that tells a story?
Yo,
I'm gonna jump in on that.
Go ahead.
I got two. And to be honest, respectfully, these are like, to be honest, when I think of these two, first is Nas Rewind. In terms of telling the story for me, that was the most creative way.
Good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and again, just going back to the kind of conversation I had earlier about just kind of the lyrical kind of conversations, reference to Camera and SDE. That's a song you fucking listen to. The beat's dope, but how he is spitting and what he is saying is just so picture perfect. No one has able to do it the way he has done it since then.
She talking
and I also want to put that out as well.
I said
that
no
is a
hell.
song.
She talking about me kiss Bob the head and spit a nut back in my
dick.
No one can do that like Nas. No
for
one.
For the tribe listeners who are not familiar with this particular song that Boogie's talking about, Nas put this song together and he basically told a story in reverse.
Yeah.
Right. He told the story backwards, but it sounds so well hearing it forwards. The shit was fire. I've never heard anybody put together a story like that and present it in the way it was so lyrically well. The shit was amazing.
And it's so factual that you can listen to it from the back end and it makes perfect sense. Like, even though the words are reversed, it's literally like it's the concept of the song is so far. I definitely recommend everyone listen to it.
Yeah.
The second song I have to give respect for.
What's the story?
It's basically about him, like, pretty much he's dealing with his chick, and then his man's pretty much giving the call about some drop or some dudes, but it's just the way it's scripted. He pretty much outlines it, every detail. Lady walking in reverse, taking off her clothes, sucking them off, all of that in detail in reverse. But yeah, it's very straightforward in what he does it, but how he's doing it is very elegant. Facts. Second song I got to give a shout out for, and this is again giving him praise and respect, because I feel like I have to respect it. Eminem, that song Stand that he did on the commercial success of that, I had the respect.
Really
and lyrically, that is one of the dopest songs ever in terms of the perspective that he did it for the fan, and then himself kind of getting that letter. I would be kind of remiss to not even kind of like respect the kind of impact that song had. Like that song was just different in terms of.
I remember that video. Yeah, the video told a story too. Yes, definitely, I remember that.
So yeah, those are my thoughts. Those are two of the best stories and songs I've ever heard.
Yeah,
I'm too good to call it right, my fans. This will be the last package I ever send your ass. It's been 6 months and still no word. I don't deserve it. I know you got my last 2 letters. I wrote the addresses on them perfect. So this is my cassette I'm sending you. I hope you hear it.
I hope you hear
I'm
it.
in the car right now doing 90 on the freeway.
Hey, Slim, you drink about the bottle. Give me the drive.
You know that song by Phil Collins in the area night about the guy that could have saved the other guy from drowning, but didn't. And Bill sold all of the show when he found him. That's kind of how this is. You could have rescued me from drowning. Bars. This shit was
I didn't.
Yeah. That video was
that type
deep,
of shit
though.
about us meant to be together. That type of shit to make us not want to meet each other. Yo, that song was fire.
That video was so deep.
All right.
And the ending was real too.
Yo, I got one. So I'm gonna take it back, yo. Shit, speaking one of the original great storytellers, my nigga Slick Rick. How about the truth?
Oh yeah,
story? You know what I'm saying?
Took it back, King. I love it. I love that. I love that.
That's one. That is
good job.
one of the best stories.
High five.
You know what I mean?
That should be legendary.
Yeah,
the original storyteller.
Definitely,
the original storyteller.
Absolutely.
That's a good one.
So everybody's their favorite.
TJ,
he did a song with West Side Gun too. He's still working, by the way, y'all. He's still working.
Stole mine. Mash stole my shit.
All right, so there's I want to know like moods and how songs affect our moods and whatnot. All right, so we're gonna talk about it. All right, so I want to give y'all a bunch of themes, and I want y'all to tell me what song you would play for that mood. All right, so the first mood that we have up is, what song do you play for? Let's go with, let's start light. Let's go with gym motivation.
Shit,
what's the song for gym
wait
motivation?
till I get my money right.
I have one.
Wait till I get my. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. That's a gym motivation for me.
Go ahead, TJ.
Yeah.
Soca.
Any Soca?
Any Soca.
Yeah, me too. I'll do that.
I don't have a specific song, just Soca.
Gotcha.
Fair.
Yeah, I would say I definitely kept this general too. I said, like, for me, Drake, 2 Chainz. One of the songs that come to mind is, I don't know, Big Sean, All Me. Like that's one of them that I love in the gym. Big Sean is super cool.
Yo, Big Sean underrated. Shout out Big Sean.
Yeah, so
his project's been fire.
All right. Let's talk about a different mood. Okay, we're moving on to mood.
Wait, can I? Oh, I definitely wanted to say, in terms of workouts, it's a song called Tom Tom by the group Holy Fuck. It is the song that is played in Invincible when Omni-Man goes into the alternate dimension and pretty much destroys that entire planet. When he says, Earth is not yours to conquer. That song that is playing is so fire for me in terms of me working out. Definitely recommend everyone listen to it, like, just solo. And also check out Invincible. The Omni-Man fucked everybody up in that scene. Anyway,
what genre is that?
I'd have to say alternative.
Okay.
At best, to be honest with you, it's more on the beat and how it's being said. It's really pump heavy. It gets you pumped up.
If you want to destroy,
I really recommend it.
Drop it in the show notes.
Yeah.
I got you.
All right. Anybody else got a gym flex song that they like doing, working out to, stretching, yoga?
I like Afro beats. I feel like
shout out Afro music.
The bass line and Afro beats are usually up tempo and it's heavy. Like it carries you. Well, it carries me, at least, when I'm working out lifting heavy weights. Afro beats does it for me.
You know, one thing I realized, sometimes when I go into LA Fitness, usually I got my own music, but I realize if I'm close enough and one of these classes on, the spin classes be having some dope motherfucking music. I be turning my shit off and I be sitting there I ain't even on a bike. I just be dancing with the niggas like, come on, let's do this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You looking crazy if that's how you looking doing that shit. Like, who this nigga?
I mean, I be dancing in the gym, man. I don't give a fuck about nobody.
I hear that.
And no shade. Like, if I'm doing a hard workout and I'm struggling with it, when that gospel come on,
gospel, I was gonna say gospel for you.
Talk about it, Bo.
Yeah, it fires me up because I'm just like, God, like I'm, if I feel like I'm struggling, and then I'm like, yo, God, push me through, and then I'm just like, and then I just go into, and then my mind is just so, at that moment, my mind just is like, it's like I'm just filled up with gratefulness at that point. I'm just like, next thing you know, I'm just like pushing through, and I'm like, yo, hey, I made it. So it's crazy.
Never would have made it without you.
Not for nothing. If y'all are following Mo,
energy,
you'll see her getting off the treadmill, sweaty as fuck. You have to listen to some gospel to get through that shit. Looking like not for nothing.
I be
like,
dying.
never would have made it. Anyway, for me, I do yoga, and like, you can't listen to soca for yoga, right? It's like a different feeling. So I like motivational type of mellow mood. So it's usually instrumental, and I like listening to that while I do yoga. And it inspires me.
I was wrong for a split second. I was trying to find a soca song that you could listen to yoga for.
Man, you be trying to whine while you doing full warrior pose and shit.
Not impossible.
Well, I don't know.
But the energy is too intense.
I don't know about working out, but when I'm working out in the bed,
oh gosh,
I like.
We got a topic for that, bro. We got a topic for that.
I can't jump to that. Oh, my
It's gonna blew you out of here. Just blew you out of here real quick. This nigga, I told you this nigga always gotta bring his dick in something.
Y'all got my Forte about the gym. Y'all got me on that one, right?
I heard.
Oh, you said that? There, you stuck that in there.
We got that.
Like, what? You got a boy all of a sudden? Okay.
Yo, so
I got one too. Can I get mine?
The next topic up for
bid.
you?
I didn't hear you say. I'm listening.
Now, I don't want to get too raunchy, okay? But I want to know what's something that y'all played for love making, not fucking. Love making. Love making music.
SPEWgod, your stuff is incorrect.
What you mean?
This is the count.
You know what? I'll go first, seeing how y'all still getting y'all shit together. But I will say something that I like for lovemaking. Janet Jackson, Funny How Time Flies. I don't know if y'all listen to the end of this track, like if there's like a full track for it, but it's just the whole end is the sounds of bliss and erotic shit, and she almost goes into like character, like, you know, almost moaning and talking the whole shit. I think that's just a great.
Is that the one she's like, I just wanna touch you, kiss you, feel you,
That's the one.
I love you.
No, it's on my playlist.
That's mine.
Yo, it's on my sex playlist, so I know like when I play this song, you
stole my song, TJ.
It's love making time. And one other quick one I'm gonna say is Neo Say It. That's also one of my love making joints. Neo's classic on a lot of love making songs.
Oh yeah.
Can I go? My favorite shit is Mirror. Neo, he's got a song called Mirror. That is one of my favorite songs, because at the time when that shit dropped, I used to have this big ass mirror in my bedroom, and I've trapped so many souls in that mirror while I played that song. It's fucking fantastic. I'm complete.
Nice.
Yo, so go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, so one of my favorite fucking songs is my nigga Dream. Yo, and a lot of people slept on this nigga Dream. Okay, yo, this nigga Dream plays some really good fucking music. Okay, yo, and I mean that the way I said it. Fucking music. Okay, now this one song on there called Purple Kisses. Oh my god, shit! I like, you could be doing anything to this shit right here. For me, I like it for foreplay and shit like that. It's a really good song, you know what I'm saying, for foreplay, and it get chicks.
I remember that song.
Yeah,
that album itself was fire, bro.
Son, I fuck shit. I can't remember what the name of the album is. I was looking up the name of the album.
Nah, it's I think it was self-titled.
Yeah, it's called The Dream.
Yeah, I'll Google it for you real quick.
Yeah,
his first album should have been self-titled.
Yeah, but The Dream, yo, that album, the Dreams album and shit, I think he only had one.
Side note, now he had a couple. My favorite Dream song is Fancy. Y'all know Fancy? When the beat drop?
Yeah.
It's Love Hate, by the way,
Shake. Fancy.
Yeah.
That's my shit. Oh, God, I love that Dream song. So fucking tough.
I was incorrect. The name of the album is Love Hate.
Right. That's it.
Love Hate.
It was a really good album.
But nah, that song was fire from start to finish.
Yeah.
I don't know what. One of the songs for me, when that fucking beat dropped, it's
a puddle.
Yo, that John Legend Tonight. Ain't this what you came for? Hey.
Baby, tonight's the night I lose control.
Hey. Baby, tonight's the night we lose control. Baby, yo, best. That song.
Nah,
come on. I'm just zoned out at that point. I'm like, nah. And this is the way this starts. Boom. Ooh, let me hit that.
Yo, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't care what nobody say, but the whole 12 play album is
fucking don't even
know how many of y'all motherfucking Generation Z, Generation Z people.
No, I got one better.
Y'all was made to
and it's from the same person.
Yeah.
No, that TP2 is another level. TP2, I don't care what nobody's saying. That TP2, baby, you just might as well.
Robert Kelly.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. The Dreams Love Hate did come for TP2 just briefly, but not TP2 is fucking.
I don't know. TP2
is hands down the greatest.
I mean, Love Hate was a great LP. That shit is.
TP2 that's an amazing album. That album, I'm not. I can't. That's a good ass sex album. I'm not.
All right, well then, fuck it. Can we just go into just sex music then? Like, what's good for fucking?
I definitely told you TP2.
I definitely want to shout out Sativa by Gene Aiko, featuring Sway Lee. I feel like that song was like great for foreplay. Oh, sorry, Janae.
We building a sex playlist right now. We building it.
Come on, build it.
All right, let's build it.
Yeah, so definitely I'm gonna put Sativa on that shit. I think that shit is great foreplay. Gene Aiko, the way TJ said it, featuring Sway Lee. And shout out Ari Lennox. She had a song called Shake Butter Baby with J. Cole. Ari Lennox. I'm fucking up the name.
Stop respecting my queens.
I mean, I appreciate the music, so pardon me for fucking up the name, but Shea Butter Baby is definitely fire. I fuck with her voice, but that song, the way she was spitting it, kind of like
made me go to my sex playlist.
Yo, all right, so two of my freaky songs that I like, I picked off on my shit. I got Maxwell, How Does It Feel? And also I got Usher, That's What It's Made For. That was You can't use a condom when that Usher song plays.
Not at all.
You better be all the way in that shit. Just to be honest.
Can we put "Doing It Well" by LL Cool J in there?
Can I give you guys an Usher song?
Doing it well, yeah.
That you're gonna.
Wow.
Can I give you guys an underground Usher song to listen to?
Talk about it.
I heard it. It's called .com. And
that's the name of the song or album?
Listen to the song. It's called .com, and it's called .com because he is speaking about. He's like, I love the way you download. Like it's about computers, but he's talking about having sex with the chick. The shit is dope. It's called .com. Please listen to it and let me know. Mash, listen to that. All right.
Next, the next track to put on your playlist, "Naked" by LMA. That's a really good one too.
Oh, I love that.
Okay.
Motivation, Kelly Rowland and Lil Wayne.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah,
that's good for sex. You fucked with that.
That's a good one.
Motivation.
I like that song. Motivation.
That's a good one.
You ain't listen to Kelly. You didn't listen to Kelly if you ask me that question, sir.
All right. Anybody got a freaky song else for the playlist?
Tank too. Tank as well.
I'm not trying to put Trey Songz on this. I'm avoiding some of Trey Songz.
My nigga
Trey Songz he deserves to be at least one song by Trey Songz.
Yo, wait.
I can't just put any Trey Songz. I gotta find the right one though. I listen to him, but in terms of getting that actual playlist and putting them with Kelly, you got to put the best of the best.
What you? All right, I'm never gonna
give me a Trey Songz song.
You said Trey Songz is on the level of R. Kelly.
I know I didn't. I'm saying that in terms of the playlist, I don't have a song that could like kind of stack with Kelly. Is what I'm trying to say.
Nigga, let the neighbors know my name. Yes, trust. That is definitely a song to fuck to. That's a fact.
Yeah. So Boogie, I suggest you listen to Passion, Pain, Pleasure.
Yeah.
That album itself was amazing. Yeah. All right. So there are several songs on the album that you can listen to. Red Lipstick, Doorbell, fucking Alone, Love Faces. Love Faces is it. There you go. Put that on the list. Love Faces.
Yes.
Hard. All right, we over here building a sex list, ladies and gentlemen.
And even and you gotta add Tyrese to the sex list too.
Tyrese, we forgot about Tyrese.
And Michael Jackson too.
Zodiac sign.
No, ain't no Michael Jackson.
Ain't no Michael Jackson.
How now you got no Michael Jackson?
Ain't nobody fucking to Michael Jackson. Ain't nobody fucking to Michael Jackson, dog.
I'm about to
tell me one Michael Jackson song you would ever fuck to in your life.
If you fucking Michael Jackson, you doing it wrong, bro.
That's not.
I'm just
Michael
saying.
Jackson's forte is not sex music. That's not Michael Jackson.
Nah, I don't co-sign that. You can put MJ at least before play. Fuck out of here.
What song would you put for Michael Jackson before play, dog?
Not one song. I'm doing nothing to Michael Jackson.
That's not his forte, dog. That's not his forte.
Damn it.
Y'all not gonna do the King of Pop like that. Give me 1 second.
That's why it's pop, my nigga. It's not sex.
Anyway,
you can still use that as 12 play. Shut up.
No.
I gotta find one.
I'm gonna play Billie Jean's.
Can we get a Tyrese song?
I was thinking about that, but I can't
leave without a Tyrese song.
Yeah, Signs is making love. You can do the signs. Yeah, signs. Signs is making love. Yeah,
okay, yeah, nice. Okay.
Yo, but peep game, we got more to add to the playlist, but unfortunately, we will not be able to add to it right now because our Forte is making more episodes.
Yo, guys, the playlist is going to be in the show notes. Make sure you check out the show notes. We are gonna put the sex playlist in the show notes. I love this right here.
All right.
We can make it to Spotify. Actually, we can make a playlist, a Sophisticatedly Ratchet sex playlist.
Let's do it.
Spotify.
Let me give you
Spotify. Nice.
I'm going to give you the. I'm going to give you the
wow result.
Yeah. Flash snuck in with that last one, man.
And I will not put Michael Jackson.
Come on, give me the points.
It's 3 to 4.
Yeah, I couldn't find one. I have to take the vote on that.
I know you could. You thought Billie Jean
That's fucking forte. That's what he does.
Abuse of power. That's abuse of power.
Oh man.
Yeah.
As the moderator, he got a head up. He got a leg up. It's all good.
All right. Yeah, but I just want to let y'all know it's the time of the show that we don't want to ever rush, but unfortunately it has to come to an end.
It does.
All right.
TJ.
We're not
sure. Do I sound like I'm in the metaverse?
Are you
good? Baby.
Tell us where the tribe and everybody else who's not part of the tribe but wants to possibly become part of the tribe can find us, please.
If you listen to the episode and you got here, you're a part of the tribe. Welcome. Come back again. Invite a friend. We drop new episodes every Wednesday. You can hear everywhere you hear podcasts: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, Podbean, and you can watch our faces. Yeah, Pandora. iHeartRadio, we're there too.
That's right. We everywhere, baby.
We
can't
everywhere.
Stop us. You can only
we worldwide
contain us.
too. Drop your country in our DM. We want to know where you're from. We want to shout you out. We've been looking at the stats. We're so grateful that you're listening to us. If
Shout
you
want to
hit us up on our
Germany's new on the list. We like y'all too. Niggas love Franks and shit. What's good with y'all?
Shout out to DR. Y'all still in the check-in. We see y'all numbers increasing. We love it.
Shout out to everyone across the world. Facts.
They're working on the English. They're working on the English. We here for
it. And not only that, if you guys want to keep in contact with us, hit us up on our social media. We're at So Ratchet Podcast on IG. Follow us over there. We drop funny content all the time in our stories. We're on TikTok. We'll be adding more stuff on our TikTok, but it's So Ratchet Podcast. Facts. We're on Twitter at So Ratchet Pod. And then we're on YouTube where you can see our faces, our visuals at So Ratchet Podcast. And that's So Ratchet, one word, space, and then podcast if you're looking for us. And the Sophisticatedly Ratchet Podcast is trademarked. Okay. Look that up anywhere you find us.
Brand. We out here.
We a business. We got that merch. Look at Mo with the merch. Hey. Hit us up if you wanna.
Go ahead, Mo. Mark's looking real quaint right now. Go ahead.
Anyway, we love you, tribe, and we can't wait to we can't wait to share another episode with you next Wednesday.
Facts.
Absolutely.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Tune in.
All right, tribe. Peace.